Like pieces of a large jigsaw puzzle, losing one part of the ecosystem can have a far-reaching effect on other ecosystems. Therefore, I dedicate significant effort in restoring the Samet pai, a species which is currently on the brink of extinction.
Beyond the surface, the whale shark and its entire history has been studied with such care and precision and depth by this documentarian, and all of the amazing results of her research and time and effort are beautifully laid out throughout this piece so that we not only understand why it is endangered, but how it has such an intrinsic and closely developed relationship with the land around it itself, how they coexist and survive off one another, and the need for change in order for their sustainability to continue for our lifetime and hopefully for even longer. Really beautifully done and executed here. You can just feel the passion exuberating off the screen. It's beautiful.
Beyond the surface, I really enjoyed this. I thought this was really interesting. I loved that you got to see the passion and the impact that this project had on the filmmaker, and how much she maybe didn't think that making this documentary was gonna have as much of an impact on her as it did. And I love that you kind of got to see that unfold as you're going through the film. You see the things that like really stick with her, and how, you know, she maybe didn't think that the situation she was putting herself into with, like, you know, stepping into more of a teacher role and stepping into, you know, helping him with diving and things like that, and how much that really impacted her, just through the process of making the film itself, which I thought was really, really beautiful to see. And then just learning about more of, you know, what she was passionate about. I love when you get to see someone or hear someone talk about something that they are really, really fired up about and have done the research, spent the time, and it's just something that they legitimately love and enjoy. And I think it's such a better learning experience to learn from someone that's really passionate about what they're talking about, than if you were in a lecture or even reading a book, or, you know, watching even just like an interview. Sometimes when you are talking or hearing someone talk about something that they are really, really fired up about, I feel like the education translates better, because of the passion, because of the obvious care and love that they've put into learning, and they've put the hours into, in her case, diving, and, you know, actually doing the work behind it, which I thought this showcased beautifully, and I really, really enjoyed it.
Beyond the surface, I was deeply impressed by this piece. It felt so immersive. Immersive from our host inviting us into the fold, situating herself, but then also inviting us on this investigative journey with her. And the cinematography really helped with that immersive feeling as well, by really gathering the sweeping shots of the environment to feel like we are plopped in there on the ocean floor with her, discovering the seagrass, and getting in close so we can get that firsthand account, it felt like, to see this problem and see perhaps how we can combat it as well. So I really like that on the ground feeling that they captured. I also thought the information was really well delivered. It was digestible, but it never felt like we were getting too in the weeds, I suppose, pun intended, or in the grasses. But there was still a great depth to the information, a strong call to action throughout. And I left wanting to research more, but feeling like I had a great foundation and elevated understanding of this and the importance of this information. So I think the passion, the research, the ethos was there absolutely, and just strong logos and how she built her argument and delivered this information to us. So I'm very impressed.